Good morning, students. We are starting our mass media studies class from the part B section. The first part, unit 1, that is Introduction to Mass Media. So, before jumping into the text itself, we have to have a little bit background information that what is mass media. So, to put simply, mass media can be defined as a technology intended to communicate and reach mass audience. Mass media is actually the primary means of communication for the general public to communicate with each other as well as on the grander level. The most popular types of mass media includes newspaper, radio, television, internet, magazine and more. Okay, so while we are reading what is mass media, we must know about mass medium. Every medium is not mass medium. There is not theater is not mass medium. Plays are performed, enjoyed by the audience, and then it is only in one's memory. Secondly, the experience is limited to those who are physically present at a given place and at a given time. So, our song, dance performances, we could call them performing art, but they are not mass media or not a means of mass communication. So, let us start with our text itself. That is our resource material. Now, this we have read in our online classes. We'll start from here. What is medium? What is mass communication? A medium is defined variously as that entity through which information, signals and message are transmitted, and in short, it is agency or technology which makes any communication possible between the sender and the receiver of any signal. So, a medium is an entity and entity through which information, signal, messages are transmitted. So, in short, it is an agency or technology which makes communication possible between the sender and the receiver of any signal. Now, let us move what is mass medium. Every medium is not mass medium. As we read in our first document, theater is not mass medium. Plays are performed, enjoyed by the audience, and then it is only in one's memory. Secondly, the experience is limited to those who are physically present at a given place and at a given time. So are the song, dance performances. We could call this performing arts. So this can be called performing arts, but they cannot be called mass medium or mass media. Then there what we could call the fine arts. Then there comes fine arts, such as painting, sculpture and architecture. Depending upon the content and the function they serve, the media can be classified as art media and communication media. Painting and music are the art media, essentially expressing artistic content. In contrast, a medium like telephone is purely a communication media. It is functional and carries messages between distant places. So, a telephone can be called a communication medium because it carries messages between distant places. Today, we live in a very predominantly technological age. We are living in a predominantly technological age. Hence, the word communication is almost synonymous with mass communication, and the word media is likewise synonymous with mass media for us. It is technology and the reach afforded by it that makes a media mass media. The term was first coined. So, coin means first used by. The term was first used in 1920s with the advent of nationwide radio networks. So with the advent of radio networks, the term mass medium first came into the play. Mass circulation of newspapers and magazines. However, some forms of mass media, such as books and manuscripts, had already been in use for centuries. So, if we are asked about what was the earliest mediums which can be called mass medium, we can answer that the books and manuscripts that had been in use for the centuries, that can be called a mass media of that time. Radio and TV have been the dominant mass media so far. One of them, broadcasting audio. Radio was broadcast only the audio, while the other broadcasting audio visual signals. So keep it in mind. They operate on a gigantic scale. The newspapers and periodicals are also mass media. How? Because they can reach a mass amount of audience, a huge amount of audience at a given very small amount of time. At a very small amount of time, they can reach a huge amount of people. But their reach is limited as compared to those of radio and television. So keep it in mind that although newspapers and periodicals are also mass media, but their reach is not as huge than compared to those the reach of radio and television. Their working is such that the program generated by a few hundred of media persons reaches billions of people across the continents. This is essentially a one-way communication. So we could say that mass media is also a one-way communication, meaning that the response of the spectators and audiences will not have any bearing on the quality of the program. This communication is instant and global simultaneously. These are the basic features of mass communication. So, what is the basic features of mass communication? We'll read this in a huge scale of points, but here that mass communication is instant and global simultaneously. Mass communication could be local and global at a very same moment. Okay. Now, mass communication. Mass communication is essentially unidirectional from a handful of people to many. So, it is essentially unidirectional from a handful of people to many. It involves technology-based organization, whereas interpersonal communication is informal with an instant feedback, one-to-one, or within a small group present in the same place. It is not dependent of technology-based organization. Both modes of communication may be oral or written. The function of mass media is mass communication. In one word, in one sentence, we can say that the function of mass media is mass communication. Now, earlier, mass communication was limited to only those few agencies who had the vast means to launch a newspaper, radio channel, or a TV channel. But the arrival of the World Wide Web has changed the old motions. Web has features like blog, message boards, podcasts, and the video sharing. So they are making mass communication between people, between one person to many, easy. Earlier, what used to happen that companies who have this vast setting to produce newspaper or radio channel or TV channel, only they can use the mass communication as a means to reach huge amount of people, but with the arrival of World Wide Web, the scenario has completely changed. Web has features like blog, message boards, podcasts, and video sharing. Individuals now have access that is comparable in scale of to what was previously restricted to a select group of mass media producers. The communication audience has been viewed by many commentators as forming as mass society with special characteristics, notably automation or lack of social connections, which render it specially susceptible to the influence of modern mass media techniques such as advertising and propaganda. Okay. Propaganda means sharing a fake news in a way that it becomes real. A kind of sharing a news with a preconceived notion of something that makes it feels real. Now, the term public media. The term public media is less used or can The term public media is less used and can be defined as media whose mission is to serve or engage a public. Marshall McLuhan. So this definition is given by Marshall McLuhan, that public media is a media whose mission is to serve and engage a public. One of the biggest critics of media's history brought up the idea that the medium is the message. So he brought up with this idea that medium is the message itself. So mass media, whatever the media is, it is the message itself. Now there comes mass audience. Now let us understand this concept. What mass media? Mass media is for whom? Is for audience. Audience must be mass. So the mass means huge audience, a huge amount of audience at a single time. Millions watch big events like an IPL cricket match at the same time. That forms a mass audience and attracts advertisers to sponsor the event and the telecast. Even though all these people can be reached simultaneously, they do not exist in a same social space. They are in different cities, localities, and are spread all over a vast geographic area. Different time zones and are not in communication with each other, and this is very important. Although they are not in communication with each other, although they are in a different geographic location, in a different time and space zone, they can be reached through mass media. This mass audience, this vast audience can be reached simultaneously. This is unlike the audience for the same match at the stadium where the match is being played. So earlier in the traditional way when TV and all of this was not there, the things were different. There they form a compact mass and can react in unison. The thing was different then. The various functions of mass media. Okay. In your study notes that I have provided you, you will find the various function of mass media in a vast form. Okay. There are some tidbits of that mass media can be used for various purposes. What are those? Advocacy, both for business and social concern. This can include advertising, marketing, propaganda, public relation, and political communication. Now, second one is entertainment, traditionally through performance of acting, music, and sports, along with light reading. Since the late 20th century, also through video and computer games, and public service announcements. What is that? Public service announcement is the announcement by the government for the welfare of the public to make them aware of something that is going on. Suppose what can be called a very known public service announcement for us as of now, that is the caller tune. Whenever you call a person from your Jio number, you will hear a caller tune saying us that earlier it used to say that coronavirus se bachiye and all of this. Now it is saying that vaccination is important and it is going on, you must take your vaccine. These are public service announcement. They are shared for the well-being of the public and they reach a mass audience through mass media. Now there comes news reporting and information journalism. What is journalism? Journalism is the discipline of collecting, analyzing, verifying and presenting information regarding current events, trends, issues, people. Those who practice journalism are known as journalists. So we just can't put any news on TV or any news on newspaper or TV without verifying that. What we have to do, we have to collect the data, we have to analyze the data, then we have to verify and present the information regarding current events and trends and issues and people. And the people who are involved in this practice are known as journalists. Journalists are not those only who read the news in front of you sitting on the TV. That person cannot be called a journalist. The persons who are involved in this entire scenario, all of them are journalists. Journalism refers to the production and distribution of reports on recent events. The word journalism applies to the occupation, the methods of gathering information and organizing literary styles. Journalistic mediums include print, television, radio, internet and in the past newsreels. Okay, so the last topic for today is screen entertainment. What is that? There are some media which are primarily considered as art media like music and painting, and there are some media which are considered as communication media such as television and telephone. Film combines both of these properties and therefore is such as a complete medium. So as we have discussed earlier also, that film is a complete medium. All film stories written on paper but created on screen and are told by the means of images and sound. So with that we complete our first chapter, that is Introduction to Mass Media. Introduction to Media. In our next class we will going to discuss aspect of mass communication and the barriers to communication. Okay, that's all for today.